Okay, greetings ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the latest weekly report for the 9th of March 2015, and as usual, as we're talking about finance, must inform you that all advice is of a general nature only and must not be misconstrued as personal advice. Past performance is just that, no reliable indication of future performance. Great, alright, let's go over to the charts. And first, just a little recap of what happened over the weekend, and the Dow dropped almost 279 points, 0.5% on Friday. That led our market down to a SPY opening of down 64 points, so a negative day today on Monday. That's even though European stocks ended Friday little change after rallying as much as 0.7% earlier in the session. So US strong non-farm payrolls for February cemented the strongest stretch of job creation in 2 decades, and in the process has been pushing the unemployment rate into the Federal Reserve's target zone for US payrolls. Let me just bring up the local chart instead of Fortescue. US wholesale interest rates screamed higher to the highest levels this year. 10-year note yield ripped high right up to 2.24%. So the US market largely reacting poorly to the chance of a June lift off for the US interest rate tightening cycle. So just the concerns of that tightening monetary policy in the US affecting the market, and may continue to do so over the coming days, weeks and months. Alright, so that's the little update there. Also, Chinese data over the weekend was far outside expectations. So we've seen the iron ore players come off a bit this morning. Now, let's run over some of our current trades for covered calls first up, and Qantas is doing quite nicely there, although it is falling today, still well above our buy price of what was that, around $2.70 range, somewhere around here I think we entered, and we were able to sell that call option as well, so that was quite timely. So no changes there, no changes. Santos has had a bit of a sell-off today, but not as bad as early February. When was that? The 12th of February, where it dropped below $7.50. So again, no changes there. We still have the $8 call for March. BHP reacting to weaker oil prices, but having said that, whilst it's been falling overnight, you can see a lot of green candlesticks, and it's been rallying through the day. At the moment, just testing the lows of, what was that, 23rd, 24th of February at $32, but hopefully that dividend coming through on Wednesday, about 79.80 cents, can continue to support that stock. And we've also got a alert pending for Amcor. It was prepared, when was it, about 5 sessions ago, but it's been strong above $14, so just waiting for a bit of a pullback before we re-enter that particular trade at the moment. So by and large, a bit of a quiet week last week, and BHP was the only real entry there. I'll run an update on covered call positions. First up with Woolworths, and after a terrible result there, or disappointing result, market hit a low on Monday. It's been recovering upwards since as value players buy into the share, but still just at the bottom end of our spread trade at the moment. But a couple of weeks to go, we want to see some of that buying activity, and even perhaps move into the mid. Looks like at the moment we've got support around that 29, resistance at 34.50. So somewhere in mid-range of that would be ideal. But as you can see, the bargain hunters have been buying up the stock around the sub $30 mark, so that should support our trade. Covered Santos, no real changes there. We've got solid support at $7 as well, and ideally we want to see that above $8 come the end of expiration, which is still about 2 weeks away. Telstra went ex-dividend. Our sold call option at $6.51 is well out of the money, so that's good. We should take full profit on that sold option. We still have the $5 out till June, so looking to resell those call options once the current ones expire. Rio, similar space to BHP and all the iron ore players for that matter, with iron ore just pulling back a bit through last week. Rio has come back as well, below $60 today, and finding support around that $59 mark, but well off the lows of 52 and what's that, around 53.30 respectively for December and January. And also the Qantas trade, the spread trade there, doing quite nicely. We had the call for this one sold at $2.90, so taking advantage of the swing up. I think the call was sold on one of these 2 days there. Small pullback since, but Qantas been well supported by that lower crude oil price, so that one doing quite nicely. And the calls are bought out at the 220 mark, right out till June. So we want to be taking advantage of reselling calls around this $2.80 level or $2.90 level once they expire at the end of this month. Alright, ladies and gents, so that's the wrap up there. I'll just bring up a chart of the index. Actually, I forgot one other trade. We do have the index trade. That was between Santos and Telstra, and quite a solid sell-off. We haven't seen a sell-off of this magnitude in one day. We're looking at about 70 or 80 points down at the moment, and just by comparing the red candlesticks on your chart, we'd be looking at somewhere mid-January or perhaps even December for a similar fall. But quite interesting here. Obviously the market had a solid gain through January and February. The February gain was the largest gain in history in February, so that puts a bit of context to what we've seen, a bit of a record-breaking run in the market, at least for February. So particularly with a lot of stocks paying dividends and the market so far holding up, might see the potential for a bit of a pullback in the market, looking like it might test this 57.50 mark, which we saw in the 12th of February. And monitoring that zone and that area for potential re-entries into stock. But with our XJO position, it's time decay has eaten away at the value at this stage. But if we see successive red candlesticks or drops in the market from here over the coming days, that trade could quite easily swing back into profit. So that's probably, of all the trades, the one that we're watching the closest, watching the most quite closely to see whether we can revalue some of the recover some of the value in the trade, and ideally walk away with a solid profit. Alright, so I'll wrap it up there, ladies and gents. That's the update on all the current open positions that we have running at the moment. Look, if you do have any further questions on some of these trades, or any question that you may have with the market or options in particular, you know where to call us. Give us a call, speak to the gentleman there, and they're more than happy to help you and assist you with any queries or questions you may have about the strategies. Right, I'll wrap it up there, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great day. We'll talk again this time next week. Thank you.